Everyone, this is Kirei for Lottie Loves Paper, and this is my first layout using the fabulous Simple Stories Let's Go collection. Now, I'm working with the 12 by 12 collection kit, and that includes a 12 by 12 sticker sheet and 12 pattern papers. So I've pulled out the pattern paper with the tags on it because I don't know why, but I had in my head that I was just going to use the tags and going to do something with them. And to be honest, it took me ages playing around with them and fiddling around. And this isn't where I started actually, but I did cut that out because it would have been a really long video otherwise. So I've ended up deciding to use 6 tags in a sort of grid design, and I'm going to layer them up with 5 photos, leaving the 6th tag there for my journaling. So I'm sort of just placing them at the moment and just deciding where they're going to go and which ones I'm going to use. I sort of stick with the ones that are slightly more sort of orangey peachy toned with a little bit of pink in as well. I just felt they sort of worked well with the photos that I had pulled out. So I'm sort of playing around with some of the bits and pieces, ephemera, that I had with my design team kit, and just sort of placing those onto each of my photos, sort of creating small clusters on them. But when I was looking at it, I decided that it felt like I needed some sort of border. So I've pulled out this grid paper. It's actually the 4x6 elements pattern paper. And I've just gutted the center of it to create a 1-inch border. And then I'm going to trim my white cardstock down slightly and layer that up onto that sort of grid, peachy orange grid frame. And that I think just sort of finished it off. It just needed something to sort of pull it together. So I'm, of course, going to distress the edges of the white cardstock before I get that stuck down. So just working through that, and then I'm going to get that stuck down onto the frame. And then I can start to place everything into position and get it stuck down. I mean, this layout, using a grid design is really great if you're sort of stuck, and I definitely was stuck when I was working through this. So the grid design is perfect. You can put them together into clusters. You can use 3x3s, 2x2, 4x4, etc., etc. So I've just gone with the 2 rows of 3 tags and then layered them up. And then I'm going to add some of those. You can see the sort of travel words there, departure boarding. They're from, there's some perspectives from the Bramble Fox summer collection, and they were sort of perfect with the photos that I had. This is obviously a travel theme collection from Simple Stories, and as I had just been to Australia, it's perfect really for my photos. So I've obviously taken all the tags. They're now all stuck down. I've distressed all the edges. I've punched holes in the top of them, and I've added thread to 3 of the tags. So I've just sort of looped it around. It's like a peachy orangey thread, looped it around those. And now I'm just mounting my photos with some sticky back foam, and I'm mounting all of them. So they're all going to be raised. I just decided I needed a little bit of dimension there because I have stuck the tags, I should say, down flat. So just cutting the sticky back foam into the right sizes, and then I can get those all stuck down. So I'm just layering them either to the right or to the left of the tag, just dependent on what I'm wanting to show from the tag. Here, I think that's right, I make a mistake here because I wanted to have the photo to the left of the tag, so that sort of orangey grid was peeping out. So just move that one, and then the final 2 I'll get stuck down. And I've got plenty more photos of my trip to Australia to scrap. So you're going to be seeing more layouts from me using the Let's Go collection for them. It was my first time back in Australia it was over 3.5 years, not quite 4 years, but and my family are there. So I actually haven't seen them in all that time in person. Thank goodness for Zoom over the last few years. We were meant to go in 2020, and of course everyone knows what's happened happened that year. So yeah, it had been a really long time. So it was so wonderful to finally get over to see my parents and my sister and her husband. So we had a really lovely time in there together just for the 3 weeks. So it was great. So this was really the start of my journey. Okay, so I'm now just sort of sticking everything down. I just trimmed some of the little the ephemera there. So sometimes I have a wider white border, and I'd like to trim that down a little bit. It's really personal choice, but you can see I'm doing that here with this little sort of tag piece. So just getting them stuck down, and then I can get the perspective stuck on top of those, pulling out some stickers there, trying to decide if I'm going to use that, but I don't. I think I pull out a map actually. There's yeah, there we go. There's the map. I rather like that one. So there's loads of stickers on the 12 by 12 sticker sheet actually. So I'm going to have plenty of those to use, which is great. Another little round piece of ephemera. It has the date on it, and another little flower there just to layer up again. Another small cluster. I'm just going to write the date, I think, so I know where I'm going to stick the travel. And what's next? I'm going to start sticking down with I'm sticking down the travel there with the glossy accents, making sure, of course, it has to be perfectly straight. And here we go. I think I've got everything down. I've added some little word stickers, the passport there layered up with some of those phrases. And then I've got the decorative brads as well as part of my kit. And I'm just adding those to the tags that I didn't add the thread to, because I just thought it would be just a little bit different rather than having thread on all of them. So I'm just popping those brads on there, and they're perfect because they're not the normal brads. They've just got a sticky back, which is so much easier than having to make a hole and poke through the little legs. So just having a look here, pulling a couple of little hearts out. I'm going to get, I think I raised those. Yes, that's what I'm doing there. I'm sort of de-sticking them slightly, and I'm just going to add a little foam pad to the back of them and raise those little hearts up. And what else have I got to do? I've definitely got to add, oh, there we go. Look, I couldn't find my de-sticker. So I'm just using, if you put it onto your arm, obviously, with the natural oils and that sort of thing, it takes this sort of stick away. So I'm getting those hearts stuck down, still having a look at those stickers to see if there's anything else that I want to add. I wanted to add Australia to my title, so it says Destination Australia. So I just used a alpha that I had from my stash. And then just going back, some more stickers, adding in a couple of the little sort of flag stickers. There again, doing the same, de-sticking them slightly so they just raise up. I don't want them to sort of stick too flat. I'm just sort of curling the edges there. Getting those last bits and pieces stuck down. I've added some of the there's some of the small round brads as well. I popped one down there under travel, and I do go and add a couple in around the destination, and I think that was it. Yeah, just ruling some lines there to add my journaling, and I think I'm pretty much done actually. I do come in, I've got my black fine liner pen, and I just do a little border around the edge. Just felt like I needed something else just there, which I'm happy with. And then I have my journaling to finish, which I will do off camera. So I think the close-ups are coming now. There we go. Final layout. I'm really pleased with how it came together, considering how I started with this one, to be honest, because I did a lot of faffing around with all the tags, working out how I was going to use them, but really pleased with the grid design. So just seeing all the close-ups, small little clusters on each of my 6 elements. So that was Kirei for Lottie Loves Paper. Thank you so much for watching.